So you're designing all your details. Now you're ready to create the sheets for those. Once it loads up here, and we're going to utilize the same kind of tool as we did for the roll plot. We're going to use the 2-point name boundary. This one's set to 1 to 50 scale. 1 inch equals 50 in here, so that'll come into play when you're selecting your settings here. So you want to come up to your name boundary tool. You want to select the 2 points, and this is where you want to fill out your first name here. So we're gonna just run through one, but we're going to do the first one here, roadway detail 1. Nothing with the groups. You want to create the drawing so the dialog pops up for you. Before I do that, again, want to make sure your level is on a sheet name boundary shape. So anytime you're creating any of your name boundaries, you want to make sure that is selected. And then you come to here. So this is where you want to do, let's see here. So this is where I believe we want to select detail sheet from our drawing seed. And this is where it'll start to populate a few of your initial settings. So you want to have both the create drawing model selected as well as a create sheet model. This you want to keep as a full size 1-to-1. Same thing with your sheet. The only change you're really going to make here is down here at the detail scale. So this is where you want to match your detail scale of this CDOT default where you've drawn everything. Once you've done that, you want to hit OK. And this is where we're working forward as far as how to utilize this cell. In our experience, or at least right now, we're attaching a border reference. We want to get away from that, so we're starting to utilize more of the tools at hand. But this is what it's going to populate for you. You'll see your roadway detail drawing and roadway detail sheet. It's showing 3 because I was just going through a few tests the other day, so it says 3 instead of the 1 that I chose before. But you'll see if you jump into your drawing model, that's where everything. So it's doing it 1-to-1. So you're not really utilizing your drawing model for any of your detailing, your notes, or anything like that. That's why this is showing 1-to-1. You need to keep it at 1-to-1 so it's pulling into your sheet correctly. So any of your edits are still going to be done in the CDOT default. It's just kind of like an arbitrary middle file that's kind of like then referenced into your sheet. So there's no way in the name boundary tool to deselect drawing and only select sheet. So that's just one added little model that you're going to have in here. And the only thing you'd have to do here, sometimes it's a little offset. So you just want to move that into your plan view here. And then you're good to go. So everything is set there. One other thing that you'll notice is this little name boundary symbol here. This is printable. So you do want to just drag this one outside of your view. It'll look like I'm pulling the entire name boundary, but it's not. It's just pulling this little icon here. Very important not to delete that. That will delete your name boundary within this file, and you'll have issues later as far as if you want to create another sheet from that or manipulate your name boundary. So do not delete that. Just kind of pull it outside of your border view, and then you're good to go there. So same thing like we went through before with your printing, block configs, pen table setup, or selection. That's where you do that in your printing. But that's pretty much all you need to do as far as setting up your detail sheets once you've drawn those. So I guess that was an easy one. I guess is there any questions on that?
Well, thank you, Michael.
All right.
Yeah, I guess to kind of point out with this too, one of the things that we're trying to do that is we want to make sure as we moving forward that we are to scale on details, we are to scale doing things. So like right now, what Schwab's showing is that line work. Again, it's just drawn in line work. What we'd like to be able to do and use in the future is cut a section from our model, use the detail from the section from that model. Then when things update and change, which I'll go through kind of in the typical sections, then that follows through. Again, one place where things are being updated and brought through the project itself. So as we kind of, again, just keep moving forward in the industry and just keep moving forward in how we design and how we detail, if there's a way that we can cut a section from a model and it gives us that detail and we're just dimensioning it versus drawing everything. And then if the model changes or if that detail changes, we don't have to redraw it. We're updating it through one source, then just a unified data connection, then it's less work that we have to do on that back end.
Which actually probably goes into what you're about to go through with the typical sections. So